Okay. Oh my God. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is I, your girl Basma here on the mic, and you are tuning in to another episode of Eyes Out Here, my virtual playground where I talk about everything that is hilariously relatable and real and chronically in between. And sometimes I have guests around, but this time it is just me and you, because it only feels right, okay, to celebrate my first birthday with this podcast. It's our first anniversary. Exactly. Happy first birthday to my 50% therapy and 50% of oversharing in this Beyonce's internet. And honestly, you guys made me feel so seen, so heard. And sometimes I feel like I'm not alone. You know, you always texting me about your thoughts. Either you relate to something I said or you have a feedback, which keeping in mind that I always make sure to, sometimes include it in one of the episodes if I feel like, oh yeah, it goes with what I want this show to be. And I really appreciate everyone and their mama who shared my videos on family groups and their friend groups and just on their stories and really made sure to see me shine because I know I deserve it, and we are both on the same page. Now I know. A lot of people texted me. Well, actually, three. Love you guys. You know who you are. But you were asking me about any new episode, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't have um any excuse for not doing this other than being lazy and catching flights. I was on a trip. Honestly, it was a month ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not supposed to. I haven't been off my holiday mood for a whole month, and it feels like I've been taking it seriously, like I'm paying rent. But I'm being honest with you, like ever since I went on a trip, I just came back on a holiday mood and I really didn't want to record and just get back to the routine, even though that took a toll on me and we're going to get into that. But yeah, I've been on a trip just changing weather, and I thought that I would pre-record episodes and, get them out while I was away, thinking that, I can do it all, but I can't. I'm just someone who's trying to juggle a few passions. Some of them are editing the shorts that you see. Some of them is me yapping, as you can hear and see right now. And it's really hard sometimes doing all of that while still, girl bossing in life and getting paid and planning trips. Look at all of these privileges, alhamdulillah. But like seriously, I thought I could. I really put high expectations on myself, and I really, really saw that like being highlighted on my trip. And one of them is I went to Thailand, and I have this obsession that I really don't want to fix. I really enjoy that I have this obsession where every time I travel to a new place, I would always learn a new skill. It doesn't have to be extravagant. Like one time I learned how to knit, and I made a massive blanket that I really, really love, and I kind of have the best naps whenever I have that blanket with me. And ever since I started doing this tradition of learning a new skill, I just want to be a beginner pro at everything. And then I just feel like I can do it all. Just I can, but I don't want to do it all. You know what I mean? Because, like, having the skill set and the will is not on the same lane. But when I was in Thailand, I went to a surfing school. There is no but. The only reason why I really wanted to be a surfer is because A, I used to be a skater? No. Skateboard? I don't know what's the term, but I used to skateboard. Like, there's a time in my life when I used to do that. But then, my mom broke that skateboard because she saw it. She said that girls are not supposed to skate. Well, now I surf. But no, my mom just, I don't know what she was doing with that, but hey, I was heartbroken, but it wasn't the end of the world. But um I signed up for skateboarding for that entire trip that I was there. And I really, really knew that I put unrealistic. At this point, no one should do this to myself, and no one meaning I am no one. I'm not supposed to put this level of pressure and expectation on myself, even though I wasn't really brought up. Like, my family didn't pressure me to do things, like, especially when it comes to skill set. But yeah, so first day in, hit the wave, and I thought I'm gonna be, one of those, what do you call it? Skater dudes. I saw people in the big waves. I was like, oh, that looks easy. Let me just tell you, the way I saw the light, the way I wanted to follow that light, because the waves were not a joke. Balancing my body on a board that is on a water, and the water is not solid and everything is moving. There's a big wave coming at me. Hey. And I was doing burpees, because when you stand on a board, it's like doing burpees. So I was doing that every day for an hour, but then I would just extend an extra hour with myself, fighting for my life to be the next version of surfer Kehlani. Have you seen Kehlani when she surfs? Damn, I want to be that level of hot. And honestly, by the end of the whole course that I did, I can ride the big waves, but just not in, like, I can't do the crazy jumps and the swoopy swoops on the water. Not yet, but I can balance my way to the shore. And that alone, hey, gassed me up and made me wake up every morning just to go slide on water. And it was amazing. But I realized that I really do this to myself, even when it comes to life in general. And I'm such a reflective queen, like when it comes to writing journals and just like checking in with myself. When it came to surfing, I really realized that one, I put unrealistic timelines or expectations for myself. And then two, I am so harsh on myself. Like, if I don't get it right from the first time, if I realize that, hey, you're not a natural surfer, hey, the negative thoughts, the self-talk inside here in my brain is insane. I would be like, I can't do this, I want to give up. But that's just me being dramatic to get it out of the way. Like, I cannot do this, and then focus. And then I surfed. And I did the same thing when I started with my podcast. I remember my first ever episode. I recorded 3 episodes. The first one didn't go out. The second one didn't go out. And then by the third, I had to tell myself, yo, like, you are literally expecting yourself to be a natural. Because I was a presenter before, like, in the radio, and I thought that podcasting is just the same. I'm a natural. I yap all the time. I talk to myself. No, girl. It's a muscle memory. You need to give yourself time. I humble myself. But I needed to learn to really practice whatever muscle I'm doing. If it's surfing, if it's podcasting, and really be kind to myself. So My way of giving self-love these days is being like, hey, don't say that. What's wrong with you? We don't like that. And really, whenever I'm like giving tough love, but it's very tender at the same time, I really listen to myself and I'm like, you know what, girl? You're right. You are definitely right. If I keep on being harsh on myself, nothing's gonna happen. And speaking of practicing muscle and just like being really good at whatever skill you're doing, one of the things that I regularly do, like I'm doing right now, which is talking to myself. I don't know about you. I don't find it weird talking to yourself. I don't find it. I honestly, I thought it would be weird to talk to a camera and like talk to a mic and record myself. But it's odd to be filmed, but it's not entirely weird. I mean, it's 2025, baby. People been doing that. So it's just unnatural right now, but we can normalize it. It's just a muscle memory for me, cuz I talk to myself a lot, and one of the ways that you would see me like have a self talk would be creating scenarios. Okay, I'll be creating scenarios that really sometimes hurt my feelings. I don't know why I do that. Again, I really need to work on not being this harsh on myself. But sometimes I would create scenarios where I practice my clapbacks, because I don't know about you, but it takes me at least 3 days to practice a clapback. And literally, I am so bad at it that sometimes I cringe. Oh, I'm just thinking about it right now. I'd rather not speak. Like, I would, I would rather not speak than to clap back. Because sometimes I'm good. And I've been practicing this muscle with self talk, and I have someone at work that always thinks that they can throw daggers at me. And every day, without a doubt, I make sure I clap back at least once, for the muscle training, for the brain muscle training. Because one time when I was on my trip, I was in Thailand. I don't know did I say that? I don't know. Anyways, it was like the last few days, khalas, I'm going home soon, so I wanted to just buy some gifts, like things that I couldn't find. Like every day I would find something that reminds me of someone I want to buy a gift for, and I'll get it for them. But then there were some gifts I honestly couldn't find what I wanted. I don't know if it was my expectation, but then I was like, you know what? Let me live my main character like fantasy in this little area that I'm at. And I was grabbing bags, walking down the street at the afternoon, looking at shops and getting some stuff. And then I passed by this one shop where I saw a Dera looking dress. Dera, I don't want to explain it, just look it up. But like, it had chewy print, which is a leopard print, I guess. Chewy is in Swahili. Sometimes I think that and I speak that, so I'll try to put some subtitles for today. But I saw this dress looking thing, and mind you, the fabric is fine, and then there is only like it was sewed from the sides so that it's not open, and there is no design, no embroidery. You know what I'm trying to say? Zen. English is not my first language. But there wasn't any design on the dress or this Dara looking thing. And I was like, okay, I've been buying a lot of clothes throughout the trip. Like this trip, half of it was surfing and shopping. I was thinking, okay, how much would this be? Maybe like roughly maximum 8 riyal. Can't lie to you. I had something that had way more design and it was way better quality, and it was 6.5 reals. And I was like, okay, I want to get it from my mom because I just liked it so much. And I go into the shop, and this guy's like, oh, welcome, da 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 da. And I told him, I want this dress. He's like, oh, feel the fabric, da da da. He's trying to up me, like, bro, the market, I know it, okay? The market, I understand it. I've been raised by a lady who bargains so well that sometimes I'm just impressed by her skills. So this man thought that he could just like rip me off. And I saw this dress and I was like, oh, it's really nice. How much is it? This man has had the audacity to tell me this simple looking dress is worth 40 reals. And I looked at him and I was like, nah, thank you. I'm good. And I was very respectful. I was like, nah, this is not the price I wanted. And I just like grabbed my bag. You know, the technique of walking out of the shop and just looking back if they're looking at me. And this man asked, and it worked because he asked me what was the price that I was looking for. And I was like, oh, I was thinking that this price was roughly, and I stayed honest, I was like, maximum 8 reals. Like, the fabric is not the best. And this man flipped. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I felt the fabric. The stitching work is not the best. That would easily open. And then he's like, no, I can put it up for like 15 for you. From 40 reals to 15. You are kidding me. Thinking that I would give you 15. You know, like, are you dumb? Are you, do you think I don't understand numbers? Like, what's going on? What gave off to you that I am not good at that? You know, like, what's not clicking, Steven? What's not clicking? Anyways, so this man continues to like, negotiate with me. And then I told him, nah, I'm not interested. Thanks. Bye. And I did not even say anything disrespectful. And I walked out with my bags and he had the audacity to come outside and tell me, oh, if you're looking for those cheap clothes, you can go to those little markets there and you'll find it. When I tell you, right now, I can think of 1,000 clapback. 1,000! And it's a month later. At that time, I said, oh yeah, thanks. With like a, with a rude tone. It was my blood that I can't clap back. It really does. Oh my God. Why did I say, okay, thanks? Thanks what? Hey, shame on you, Basma. Do better. Be rude. My mom raised me to be a very, very good woman. Sometimes it comes at the wrong time. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? To this day, astaghfirullah, sometimes this scenario comes to me because Shaitan knows he wants to just like distract me. He would come to me in the time of worship and I would cringe. I would cringe. It hurts me. It hurts my soul. And I didn't even journal about it. That's how bad it was. This was one one muscle training that I really, really, really want to be good at. Because that man was so rude for no reason. Like, I don't want your stuff. Why you gotta be so rude and catty? Ugh. I hope you trip and fall on your face. And I hope the floor or the street is wet so you get to pick up the wetness. And maybe you could scrape your knee. And maybe... I can't even think of it right now. I'm so angry. Really, like, honestly, for those of you who are good at clapback, please, I beg you, tell me your ways. Tell me all your ways. Tell me how you do it. Tell me how you wake up and you're like, I want someone to try me. Because I don't wake up sometimes thinking of that. Sometimes. One of the days I'll be like, yeah, please try me. But like most of the times, I'm literally just thinking about like, I don't know, like, son, life. This thing. But then when I get angry, I'm like, or annoyed, I'm like, I can't think, I don't know what to do. And it's really annoying. I don't even have good stories of telling my friends, hey, look at that clapback. I did that. If I did a great clapback, it would be like once every 5 years. Last year, I had the best clapback. Let's wait for 4 years, I guess. But, yeah. Okay, so because I've been taking a very long break, it's been really hard for me to get back to things. I think everyone or anyone who was consistent at one point in their life, it's really hard if you stopped and then go back to it. And going back to it can sometimes feel like, I don't know if I can do it like I used to, or I would compare the how consistent and active I used to with how I am now. And that honestly, that goes back to just like how my brain personally works, that I really think that I am incapable at first, at the jump. Like as soon as I think of something, I'm like, I don't know if I can do it, which is a very loser mentality. But I really, really worked on myself for the past, I would say 2.5 or 3 years, where even though I have this discouraging voice, I would still tell myself, okay, it's out of the way. Now let's give it a try. Like let's do it, you know? And really getting back to this took some time for me, because at first I was lazy, and then I recorded an episode, and then I was like, I don't know if I want to put it out. I just don't feel like I'm ready. And then I recorded another episode, and I was like, oh, this is nice, but I don't know if I want this to be the episode to come back. It's just to be, procrastinating. Can you see the vibe? Can you feel it? But يعني, it really takes me a while for me to just like get back on my groove, whatever it is. And to get back to that, sometimes I'll have to go through this like torture cycle of I'm not doing well, eating my emotions, feeling bad, not sleeping well, and then thinking that, oh my God, like I cannot do things right. And I would go through like a really, really bad cycle of just discouraging myself, but then thinking that it's the end of the world. And then one day I'll wake up and be like, you know what? Let's take baby steps. And I'll start with going to the gym. And then after a few steps and that hormone comes out where you're feeling energetic and active, I'm like, whoa, life is worth living. And then I go home and I cook myself a really good food, and I make sure the whole day I'm drinking good water, just keeping myself hydrated. I'm like, girl, all I needed was basically a nap, good food, and a walk. And I could have been okay. Thinking that I needed a life coach. No shade to the life coach. But sometimes it's just going back to basics. And really, it did help me. Like going back to basics really helped me getting back to my groove to the show. I really enjoyed yapping and like talking about things. But after completing a whole year and trying out different things and staying consistent in other things when it came to this show, I really understood what flow I wanted and how I wanted the show to go. And in the same time, I proved to myself that this right here is amazing and I love it. And inshallah, I would get to do like 5 years, 10 years of this and get to, elevate it even more. Because honestly, as much as I enjoy connecting with everyone, this has definitely been a nice therapy. And it was really nice to create a community out of just talking nonsense and feeling like, hey, there's a lot of us, a lot of people that are the same as me. And it's really nice. It's really cool. It's really, I love it. I love it so much. And I want to thank, honestly, everyone who supported, who Made sure I am up to date, to really push the show out there, and really subscribed to the channel and tuned in to every episode because I love that you're supporting. Thank you. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep following, put your notification up on. English is not my first language. And yeah, keep on tuning in. Inshallah, the upcoming episodes, you would enjoy it and get more involved in it. I'm really trying to figure that out. And I feel like I'm figuring that out with all of you. And I appreciate each and everyone who has been patient, because I know I said every other Sunday, because literally this episode is this podcast release episodes every other Sunday. Sometimes you'll get it twice a month if you're lucky, but sometimes you get it once. The months that you don't get, check on me. Really, do. Text me, because I might be going through it. And in a community that I'm creating, I would appreciate if we all check on each other. I don't have to be close, we don't have to be close friends for you to be like, hey, is that person okay? Just check on them, man. Check on your friends. Check on your artist friends. They go through it. Check on your friends who work in the corporate as well. Who else do we check on? Everybody, honestly. With the climate of how this world is going right now, check on each other, because, hey, we need to make sure that everybody's okay in this economy. I know it's hard. I know. But check on each other. And yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. And I just wanted to say happy first birthday and many, many more to come. And I would love to hear your experience in the past year. In the past, how many episodes do I have now? I know I have more than 10 episodes out. I would love to hear all of your feedback, your journey, your experience. And I don't know how to end this, but thank you so much for riding this wave. And please, don't you dare go away. Make sure you tune into the next episode, because I'll be here, you'll be here, and we might have a guest, or it's just going to be me and you. And that's nice. Bye.